So we've got a phone guest this morning. Charles Rademacher is with the Cannon Falls Lions Club. It's kind of appropriate right out of the Cannon Falls news, isn't it? Charles will be telling us all about the Father's Day walk-in, fly-in, drive-in breakfast, their 26th annual event, which is coming up this, of course, weekend, which is Father's Day. So Charles will be visiting with us from the Stanton Airfield this morning on our AM Minnesota show. We're looking forward to visiting with Charles. We'll be doing that shortly. First, I wanted to plug some upcoming shows. Tomorrow, John Dvorak, Executive Secretary of the Rice County Fair, will be our guest. Dr. Eric Stromer will be with us on Wednesday. Thursday, of course, we have a show scheduled. We'll have to move that because we do have Pine Island baseball on Thursday morning. We had a show scheduled for Friday, too, and may have to again delay our visit with John Fossum, Rice County Attorney. I know he was nice enough to move last Friday, and we may have to do that this Friday, too. So that's what's coming up. We'll try and reschedule those programs. Virtues Project is what we were going to talk about Thursday with George Wickstrom and Cynthia Diesner. But without further ado, we're going to be joined here by Charles Rademacher. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, Gordy. How are things today?
Yeah, they are
got a nice day going for us the way it looks.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day, I wish I could be at the airfield with you because it's probably a lot more beautiful there than it is here.
Sun is shining, and I don't know, do you guys have clouds? I heard Spring Valley had a lot of rain this morning.
No kidding.
Yeah, but none here. It's a beautiful day at the airfield.
Yeah, that's my old neck of the woods, Spring Valley.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Oh, okay.
Yep, they don't readily admit that down there, but I did.
Yeah. Well, we all got a past, I guess.
Yeah. So how long have you been a member of the Cannon Falls Lions Club?
Well, let me see. 1984, I think it was. So, quite a while.
You know how old
30 years.
Do you know how old that chapter is?
It's 40. We celebrated our 40th. I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay. This is the 26th annual fly-in, drive-in, walk-in breakfast, right?
That's correct, yep. And that's been one of our big fundraisers, events. We have, maybe 900 people probably will serve breakfast to.
Oh, yeah.
Between 7 and 12.
Yep, we got to get that 1,000 this year.
Well, that'd be good, yeah. Well, you never can tell. We get, I don't know, there maybe 75 planes will fly in, maybe more, maybe less. It's all weather dependent, pretty much,
Oh, yeah.
If the weather's not real good, then the planes don't fly much.
Right, but it was awesome last year. I mean, there was every kind of plane imaginable at your airfield there in Stanton a year ago.
Right, yeah, and we got, I don't know if you recall it, but we've got a restored Stearman. That's one of those biplane barnstorming from the barnstorming days that he flies out of here, and this is where he got his plane. They call it Twin City Barnstormers or something like that. So, yeah, that's interesting.
Yes, it is.
You never know what planes might fly in. There might be some vintage planes possibly fly in. Everything up to almost brand new. So you can walk out amongst the planes. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think it. Well, I spent quite a bit of time, frankly, looking at all the aircraft there. So make sure you come on by, folks, for the Father's Day breakfast. We'll get some more details about where the dollars go to. You hang tight, Charles. I got to do a market update here, okay? We'll be back in a couple minutes.
I'll do that, you bet.
Charles Rademacher, our guest this morning from the Cannon Falls Lions Club, their annual Stanton Airfield 26th annual Father's Day breakfast is coming up on Father's Day, which is Sunday. We'll get all the details in our next segment from Charles. As I said, we'll talk about where the money goes. This is their biggest fundraiser, as you heard him say. Our guest this morning on AM Minnesota's Charles Rademacher. He joins us from the Stanton Airfield. That is the site of the Father's Day fly-in, drive-in, walk-in breakfast, 26th annual event. And again, Charles, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us.
Oh, you're welcome, Gordy. Glad to do it. We appreciate being on.
Yeah, well, I'm a fellow Lion, so.
Well, good. You know, there's Lions all over the world. I don't know, I wouldn't say every country, but probably pretty close.
Well, I have to tell you, I was very proud when I was in Tanzania a few years back and saw, Tanzania is a pretty poor country in East Africa, and saw the Lions logo at a couple of places there in Tanzania. It made me proud to be a Lion.
That's good. Like I say, they're just all over. Actually, I've got a polo shirt from Beijing, China, a Lions shirt. So they're all over. You never know where you're going to find us. But we're there doing some good or trying to do some good. You know, it's not all about fellowship and so forth. It's to try to do some good for the world. You know, Lions started with Helen Keller for sight, and that's a big thing with the Lions, is to support sight research and big in Minnesota. We're in real collaboration with the University of Minnesota, both in sight and hearing. So,
yeah, and we have both the state academies for the deaf and the blind here in Faribault. So, as you can tell, our club is near and dear to those particular causes.
Yeah, and things we do locally, I guess, third graders get dictionaries from us every year. And people, I think, maybe think, well, dictionaries for third graders. The kids love it, and the teachers think it's a great idea. So, the kids just have a good time with it, and they use them, the teachers say. We give a couple of scholarships each year to a graduating senior. We try to support almost, not quite, but almost everything that comes along. If a person has some bad luck, the house burns, we can probably help out with little money, and then the International will help us out there. They'll match funds up to a certain point.
In the Cannon Falls area. So Cannon Falls, do you have to be a resident of Cannon Falls to be in the Cannon Falls Lions Club? Does Randolph have a Lions Club?
Randolph doesn't anymore. They used to, but they don't anymore. We probably got some people that come from that area, a little more. But Randolph, there's a lot goes on in Randolph, and they just didn't see that they could keep a Lions Club going, I guess.
Sure. How about Hampton?
No. Let's see Leesville's got an active Lions Club.
Okay, but folks in Hampton and Randolph could join yours?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We'd be happy to have them. We always welcome new members in our club, and it's not too demanding. We meet once a month for a supper meeting, and we don't demand that you belong, that you come to every meeting either. Some clubs demand you do, but we don't, because obviously some people are working; they just can't make it every night, meeting.
That's right. Yeah, I don't get to the meetings for the Faribault Lions Club. They haven't kicked me out yet, not that I know. I pay my dues, and that's really all they ask. And then you help out with various events. I helped lift refrigerators and big stuff out of the fairgrounds when we did a collection of some waste here a couple of years back on the fairgrounds. And, of course, help with the Super Bowl breakfast every year, usually flip pancakes.
Well, there you go. Pancakes are something the Lions do well, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Almost every club, it seems like, has a pancake breakfast.
Had a few compliments on me, pancakes. Anyway, June is Dairy Month. You knew that, didn't you, Charles?
I do. You bet.
And one of our fellow clubs, Plato Lions, are having an event coming up this Thursday from 4 until 7 in the evening. Coffee and beverage will be served. Free ice cream with toppings served by the McLeod County Dairy Princesses and Ambassadors. They're having a Tangletown Garden Tour from 3 until 6 on Thursday. And they run hourly, the tours, and they tour from the park. There's no shuttle, so that's coming up this Thursday.
That'd be a good event to take in the way it sounds.
Yep, the Plato Lions doing that. And again, this fly-in, drive-in, walk-in breakfast at the Stanton Airfield, which is east of Northfield, west of Cannon Falls. There at the corner of Highways 19 and 56. You drive right by it anytime you drive in that area. Is this Father's Day. Do you recall, Charles, how this all got started?
Well, there was the people that, I'm forgetting a little bit now, if they owned it, Manuel, and there was a retirement, as I recall. I wasn't in the club at the time.
Sure.
For this long-time airport operator here. And, this airport at one time belonged to Carleton College to be used for training in World War II. And I don't know all the details about that either. But that was a big deal, I think, with this airport at that time.
I seem to recall that you have pictures there at the Stanton Airfield Airport. I think I saw them last year, pictures of a couple of the guys being trained, pilots from Carleton College during World War II, as you said.
Yep. So it's, I should have kind of looked up the history a little bit here, because it's probably one of the better grass fields around, grass runways.
Oh, no question about it.
So it's pretty well known around and about. Actually, Bill Clinton landed here when he gave an address at Carleton College. Whatever year that was.
Yep. Well, the helicopter landed there, right?
Yeah, the helicopter. Yeah. They didn't let Air Force One land here.
There's no way Air Force One could land there. No way.
So, well, we get back, I guess, to the Lions Club. We try to support schools somewhat. We, the people, the kids that go to Washington, D.C. for that, we support that. And there's some kids go to, they call it Red Barn, that's down by Lanesboro. And that's a citizenship kind of thing, too.
Yeah, they have a roast course, yeah.
Yeah. And we support the Cannon Falls food shelf. One project we just started a couple of years ago now, we clean a section of ditch on a county road here. We do that a couple of times a year. So, we try to do some things to be visible as well as, helping out with funds. It's kind of important to get your face out there.
You know how many members there are in your club, Charles?
38, I want to say, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, yeah, it's not a big club, but it's bigger than some. So, and the main thing is, I guess, if you have people that are mostly active, it makes for a better club, even if the size isn't so terribly big. If everybody, like for this fly-in now, we'll have all hands on deck, so to speak. It takes a lot of people to do this.
Yeah, well, I recall last year I helped you put the chairs back in the hangar.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we all pitch in. Yeah. And we have a good time. A lot of good times with it too. We have fun.
Well, the food's good too. I would recommend folks come on out. The food is delicious.
Well, we try to do a good job, and for instance, our sausage comes from Greg's Meats up in Hampton. So we try to take care of do business with our local merchants, and they're good. They help us out with some things. So it's I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Yep. Is it the same menu as last year?
It is the same, yeah. Yeah, I don't think, I don't know that we've ever changed it, I guess.
Nothing wrong with pancakes, sausage, eggs.
Yep,
Of course, they're scrambled.
eggs. Yep, and juice and coffee and milk. And all the pancakes you can eat. We try to keep things moving along. Of course, right after church lets out, some church lets out, well, then we might have a little influx of quite a few people.
I know last year you did have a service right there at the airfield. Are you doing that again?
Yeah, Stanton Methodist Church does a service in one of the hangars here, and they have music. It's called Two Copper Coins. It's a small group. I don't know what they've got. Maybe 3 members that are here doing that service. They do that service, and that's open to the public. Anybody can go.
It's at 10 in the morning, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
The service is at 10 in the morning. As Charles mentioned, it's in one of the hangars. I'm going to see if I can't make that service this year because I've heard a lot of good things about Two Copper Coins, and I would like to take them in.
Yeah, they're very good. Yeah. I happen to know a couple of those members, and they do a good job.
They're from Northfield, right?
Well, let's see. Joe lives in Cannon Falls. He lives not very far from me. Let's see. Peg lives in Cannon Falls. Those are the only 2 that I know.
Oh, okay. Well, they're from Cannon Falls. I always thought they were from Northfield. Two Copper Coins. They'll be performing 10 o'clock Sunday morning. Stanton United Methodist Worship Service right there in one of the hangars at the Stanton Airfield. I mean, when you get up in a plane, you feel pretty close to God, right?
Yeah, right, yeah. So you can pretty much make a good share of the morning of it.
Now, I was asked to ask you, Charles, and I usually do what I'm asked, usually. I was asked to ask you because I don't recall that there were rides last year. Are there airplane rides or anything like that?
I don't know that they kind of discourage that because there's so much traffic, so much air traffic, that they kind of discourage giving rides at the time. Yeah. So I wouldn't come here counting on that.
Sure. No, I was just asked to ask that because I'm sure whoever was asking me wanted to, take their grandkids or something. I still encourage them to go, though, because there's so many different aircraft there. Man, oh, man, you could literally spend the whole day looking at all the aircraft.
Right, yeah. And, you can walk out right amongst the planes, there's no restrictions on that except that you watch when planes coming or going.
Yeah,
but there's people out there, directing air traffic and so forth.
Well, there's owners of these planes, too, that I got a nice visit with most of the owners of the aircraft, and, boy, that's worth its weight in gold.
Right, yeah. It's for the owners, it's not really a commercial thing, it's... They like their planes, and they like to fly them and talk about them. Yeah,
they like to show them off. In fact, one of them, if I recall right, I can't remember what exactly it was called. It was like a tricycle with wings. I mean, you were out in the open air.
Yeah,
riding this.
Yep. I'm watching, let's see, I think I see a Piper Cub coming in right now.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So,
and, of course, they had gliders there, and I was going to get a flight in a glider until I saw the size of the seat in the glider, and I knew that I wasn't going to fit.
Yeah, that's kind of on my bucket list, too, to take a glider ride.
Yeah, well, you're a lot smaller than I am, Charles.
Well, I am, yeah.
So you could fit in that seat. Now, on the other hand, I'm going to have to lose about 50 pounds.
Well, there's a goal for you, maybe.
They do have a weight limit,
Yeah, they do. Yes, yeah.
Because it's just you and the other guy in the glider.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
But I would think that would feel like a bird.
Well, that's what I say. It's on my bucket list. I got to try that one day.
Yeah, I'll have to lose 50 pounds so I can do it too. Although it's very tight in there.
Yeah, right. There's not a lot of room.
No, I had an MRI. I remember my first MRI was back in the late 80s. And I thought I was going to go nuts inside that MRI machine, and I didn't think I was claustrophobic, but I certainly found out that I probably am. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
So anyway, you check it out, folks. You'll see what I'm saying if you don't know what I'm talking about, those gliders and the room they have. There's just really no room inside the glider unless you're a real small person.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you fit pretty tight in there.
But
and it's amazing. They say that it's just quiet up there. All you hear is kind of a whisper.
Oh, I bet that's what I mean. It feels, you know what it feels like to be a bird.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There's no engine with you.
No, not at all.
That's a little scary.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know if you ever hear them crash. I suppose
Well,
they
it
might
happens.
sometime or other, but not generally, I guess.
No, they know what they're doing. That's the main thing. You got to know what you're doing. So again, folks, hope you get on out to the Stanton Airfield. It's on Father's Day. It's the 26th annual event. Take dear old dad, granddad. Take your kids, your grandkids. They will love you for this because, well, the meal's good. And, as I mentioned before, they get up close and personal with all these aircraft. And I don't know, Charles, there aren't too many people that I know that don't enjoy aircraft.
Well, I think, yeah. A very good share of the people that come out here go out and walk amongst the planes and actually talk to the pilots. And it's just an enjoyable morning. Believe me, it is.
Not everybody enjoys flying, but I think most people enjoy and are marveled at how we can fly up in the sky with these, metal pieces of hunks of metal. It's just unbelievable.
It is. It's amazing, yeah.
When you think about it.
And we'll do our best to give you a good meal at a good price, and we'll put your money to good use. To support all of our things that we can maybe help people out a little bit with.
The prices same as they were a year ago?
Prices are the same, $9 for adults, $5 for 5 and under. And
well, it's 5 to 12, $5, right? And then 5 and under, eat for free.
12. Yeah, 5 to 12. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
5 and under, eat for free. That's right. Best 4-letter word in the English language other than love, free. And then again, that's coming up on Sunday out of the Stanton Airfield. And this is rain or shine, right, Charles?
Well, hopefully, if it's not, if the rain isn't too bad. Yeah, remember what was it 2 years ago when they had to cancel it? It was just so terribly bad. But then we did it in the fall, which kind of worked out okay. But the big thing as far as working, it's the Father's Day thing. A good thing for the family to get together and have an enjoyable morning together.
Yeah, don't buy your dad a tie. Take him out to the Stanton Airfield. Buy him breakfast.
That'd be good. We'd appreciate that.
Yep, they say a way to a man's heart is through his stomach, right?
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
It's probably not too far off. Anyway, the Stanton Airfield is, again, located the corner of highways 19 and 56. It's east of Northfield. It's west of Cannon Falls. Well, about halfway between the two, don't you think?
Pretty close to halfway. That's right, yeah.
Pretty much the halfway mark. So it's pretty close to everywhere. Kenyon is not too far away from there. Hampton, of course, is just up the road a piece. So a lot of folks.
We're right in the middle of things, you bet, yeah.
And as you mentioned, you served upwards of 900 people a year ago. I could not believe that line. And you know something? That line went by fast. You guys do a great job.
Well, we try to keep it moving. That's right, yeah. We have probably 3 people flipping pancakes. you know, and said some people cooking eggs, and it's worth a look just to come and see how we do it.
yeah, you're right. Because you do a terrific job. You got all those tables set up in the hangar, and it just is a lot of fun. I know while I was moving up the line, I had a chance to visit with a lot of people that were there, and most of them had been there many times over the years, which is a testament to how delicious the food is and how much people enjoy going.
Yeah, it gets to be a habit. Yeah.
I guarantee if you go once, you want to go back, folks. The Stanton Airfield, Cannon Falls Lions Club's 26th annual Father's Day breakfast coming up on Sunday. Again, serving, correct me if I'm wrong, Charles, is from 7 until noon?
7 until noon, that's right, yep. And they'll, you know, it's always, during that time, it's always available. Yeah, but that is the time, 7 to 12, pretty much. But, you know, it's funny because when it gets near 12 o'clock, pretty soon then the crowd tapers off. So everybody knows that's the way it is.
7 until noon, the serving time, so you can either sleep in or get up bright and early and get there. That's really the best time to be at the airfield, though, is early in the morning.
Yep. Yeah.
Because that's when a lot of the planes come in because, you know, the winds are lighter.
Yep, they start coming, that's right.
Right? They get there nice and early. Plus, I'll bet it's just awesome flying in those smaller planes when the sun's rising. Oh, that's got to be just awesome.
Yeah, it is. I got to think so. And it's just a beautiful spot here.
It sure is. You got a little piece of heaven right there in Stanton.
That's right.
Thanks, Charles. Appreciate you being with me today. I will see you on Father's Day, okay?
Well, very good, Gordy. Thank you. We appreciate being on with you.
You bet.
And then we'll see you the 26th.
You got it.
Or the 19th.
Yeah, the 19th.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
Charles. Yep. Charles Rademacher joining us from the Stanton Airfield this morning, telling us all about the 26th annual Father's Day breakfast coming up on Sunday. It is a joy. It's delicious, too. I mean, the food is scrumptious. The scrambled eggs, the pancakes, the sausage, as you heard from Hampton's Meats there. Awesome.